This movie is fabulous. I really urge you to go see it. It's won 7 Academy Awards, has amazing actors. There's just one thing I need to warn you about. You know, just so you don't go home and say, what did she tell me to watch? Well, the opening scene is a sex scene and it gets really weird. You see, one of the men has a taste for other men. She smirks as my peers burst out in mirth. My ears pound and throb in my head. My heart hammers with fury so loud I'm amazed and ashamed that I can stay silent. Another scene, another day, one where I always said what I needed to say. He turns to my friend whose dreams he is denying with, I can't see you doing that as a career, and tries to redeem himself but only chokes himself more with his foot. But you know, he implores guiltlessly to her, I love unsuspecting female characters in movies and stuff. My blood boils and temper rises, but I manage to calmly, well, sort of, reply, why does it matter that they're female? I almost got sent to the principal's office that day for calling out my teacher on something sexist and degrading that he had to say. Or as he put it, for being sick of my arguing for argument's sake. Peers don't like tattletales, but tell who on who when the person you're telling on is the one you should be tattling to. At my school, it's IB, so in theory, everyone strives to be inquirers, knowledgeable thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, balanced, and reflective. But where was the knowledgeable communicator that drove my teacher to say that homosexuality is weird? That it's surprising that women can be motherly and kind, but badass at the same time? And in that case, what would you have said about Molly Weasley had she been male, whose infamous line of, "Not my daughter, you bitch," just came from another one of those unsuspecting female roles? And what happened to open-mindedness and teaching diversity? I thought that we were supposed to be an IB community, but how can we be when open-minded principles have been left on the shelf, not by the students, but by the teachers themselves? And how can we be when the people we spend 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, 3 to 4 weeks a month, 9 months a year, and 13 years at the very least, not including preschool, leap years, or time off for Christmas breaks? Oops, did I say Christmas breaks? I meant non-denominational winter breaks. Spread poison through our ears. And how can we be when someone who teaches world culture and geography spreads the notion that Muslims are terrorists, who calls Taoism the original hippie religion, who set up her board game we played in class so that if you sided with Joan of Arc, you came in last, and who says girls are better behaved than boys, that we're less likely to stand up and use our voice, and who encourages violence to increase, because that's what happens when teachers fear peace. But most of all, how can we be when nearly every teacher is guilty? And if you don't believe me, stop and think about how many times in your educated lives you've heard your teacher say, "Let me get a big, strong man to help me lift this." So teachers, I urge you to stop and think, and when you're standing on the brink of speaking, think about how it could affect the ones you are teaching. Thank you.